Okay, Mike J. Anthony here. I want to talk about in this video Litecoin, something I have not talked about before. I've talked about buying a Bitcoin from your Coinbase account, which is what I'm logged into right now. I've talked about buying Ethereum and investing with ETH trade, which we can no longer do in the United States, so that's out for us in the United States. But you can still buy Ethereum using Coinbase, and I have and do. And so I've talked about those two things, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I have not talked about Litecoin. So I wanted to make a video talking about Litecoin because that's actually my favorite one. So I thought I'd make a video telling you guys about it. And disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Go talk to a financial professional for that. This is cryptocurrency, and it's something that people are just now starting to become aware of. It's been out for 10 years now. These crypto coins, Bitcoin being the first one, came out about 9 years ago. But so now that we're a decade in and more people are starting to become aware of these, I myself like these cryptocurrencies, and I think that they are a means of exchange of the future, digitally, digitally and otherwise. So that's something that I like. I think it's a future trend, and it's something that I felt that personally that I want to jump on board. When I first started buying Bitcoin, it was the only thing on this wallet, this particular wallet, Coinbase, and they have since added Ethereum and Litecoin. And both times I was just like, what are those, And I went ahead and bought one, and I bought Ethereum, my first one, at when it was $10. It's now sitting at 182. And Litecoin, I watched this, right around. I knew about it, but again, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, I kind of waited to buy them because at the time, especially Bitcoin, I thought that this would be a gimmick. I did not think that this would be around 9 years later, and it is. But when I first heard about this, I could have gotten it for 10 cents, but I did not believe that it would last at the time. So now I think that this is the future, and now we have ones like Ethereum, which I believe is going to be around, and then you have Litecoin, which has basically been around almost as long as Bitcoin, and people call it the little sister of Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin is gold, then Litecoin is the silver. I happen to like physical gold and silver as well, so I think that I buy actual physical gold and silver. So, in the digital realm, why not buy, digital gold and silver, which I believe is Bitcoin and Litecoin. So, but Litecoin, I've kind of started watching around $3, $4 because it trucked around that area for about 2 years straight. So, but I didn't know much about Litecoin at the time, and I did not care to research it. But when I started to research it, though, Litecoin had jumped over $12 to $15 at the time. Finally, by the time I got in, Litecoin was over $20. So I've watched this go to $50 a couple times and come back down, but I really don't care because I'm not in these cryptocurrencies to trade them. If you're interested in trading, there's a lot of videos that you can watch on that. I do not care about that. I do not trade Bitcoin. I do not, or any kind of cryptocurrency. I just buy them and hold them simply because I believe in holding them as an alternate form of investment or whatever currency, um, exchange, whatever. And so I look at this from a long-term perspective. Okay, I'm not looking at this from short-term. So if you're somebody looking for trading, you're definitely watching the wrong video. I'm not here to talk about, whether you should buy it or not. I really don't care. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what I believe, basically. And I believe that these cryptocurrencies are a means of exchange for the future. I like the fact that they are decentralized and not tied to the government or big banks, and that's kind of stuff that I would like to get away from, or at least have an option to put a small percentage, or maybe even a bigger percentage of your savings into. I, for one, am getting away from stock market type investments, especially if you have like 401k and that kind of stuff is, I think is more myth, excuse me, it's more myth there than reality. So, and you could say the same thing about these. So, it's all the same. So it just depends on what your preferences are and what your beliefs are. Well, I decided to move, a big chunk of my retirement stock market money into Litecoin. I think Litecoin is a much better store of value than leaving it in some, mutual fund somewhere who's making nothing but, commissions off of me anyway for 30, 40 years. And they could care less what happens to my money. This is basically a personal play preference, and I take all the risk, and that's what I choose to do. I think future trends are bigger than um, sitting in some kind of account that someone told you to do because they make commissions off of you. Um, so I decided to go big on Litecoin because I believe in the future of this. It's going to go up and down. This may go all the way back down to $4 for all I know. I mean, I could care less though, because that's not why I bought it. I bought it because it's got a network. It's being tested on its own Litecoin Lightning network. It's called. It should run faster than Bitcoin. It's supposed to be 4 times faster. There's 4 times the amount of Litecoin, so the value of Bitcoin, if it was correlating, it doesn't really correlate all that much, but if it was correlating, it would be like you'd have to divide Bitcoin divided by 4, and that would be the Litecoin price. So I also believe it's undervalued. So that's basically it. I think it's an undervalued value play for me. Um, so that's why I like it. And anyway, that's what I am going by, and that's what I like to do. And I have no advice for you. I'm not telling you should buy or shouldn't buy. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And those of you who watch my videos, I do not make many videos about this. Um, I normally make videos about my affiliate marketing plans and endeavors and things like that. But this is something that I also store money. I use it as a store of value. I mean, what is money anyway? It's none of it's really real. Um, in my opinion. So, why not stick some of your U.S. dollars into something like this? So that's how I look at it. As far as the prices, I really don't care. Of course, I want to see it going up, but I don't. I know it's going to go down, up and down, up and down. Um, but none of that's here nor there. It doesn't really matter because I'm holding this as a future long-term trend, and those of you who don't know about it, that's what it is. I think more and more people will start to know about it. But most people I know don't know anything about cryptocurrencies. I mean, even when I'm at work, and I ask anybody in particular, no one in particular, but just anybody walking by or who I may be having a conversation with, if they know anything about cryptocurrencies, and no one does. They have no idea what these are. I always have to explain to them what a cryptocurrency is. Very few people have heard of Bitcoin that I've spoken to, out in the, out and about at the supermarket or, at work or wherever. So I also like that because I think as more people start to know and understand it, more people will start to, buy onto it and use it. So that's a trend that I am also betting on. But it's the same thing. I always tell people, well, they're like, well, I don't know anything about that. And I'm like, well, you didn't know, PayPal, right? Oh, yeah, sure, I know PayPal. I say, well, it's just like that. I remember when nobody knew anything about PayPal, you know? And now just about everybody knows about PayPal. And I believe the same thing is going to happen with these cryptocurrencies, even though there's a ton of them out there right now. I don't think that, there's going to be a ton of cryptocurrencies. I think that there's going to be a few main ones that will kind of, hang in there for the long term. And I think these three are definitely three of them. I think there'll probably be some more, but I think these main three will be there. Um, in the future, I'm talking about a couple years down the road. I mean, Bitcoin's already been here for 10 years now. which is unbelievable to me. I did not think that that would happen, but here we are, and it's still here. And imagine if I had bought this when I first known about it, even one. If I bought one at 10 cents, or maybe $10 worth, or $100 worth. I mean, you'd be looking at a rich man here. But but like the rest of us, I don't have a crystal ball, so I have no idea what's going to happen with these things. All I know is what I believe in, and what I believe is that these will be a medium of the future, and I plan on being there. So I believe all of these prices that I'm currently looking at right now are low, because we are still in cryptocurrency infancy. Like I said, the rest of the world, in general, does not know about this yet. Um, there's a lot of articles, and there's a lot of videos about this, and you may think that that's a lot of people, but it's really not. You're really looking at a small audience of people that know about this, that talk about it. Like I said, go out and ask around, ask your friends and family. Go to the supermarket, the post office, ask them if they know about cryptocurrency, and I guarantee you 8 or 9 out of 10 are going to say no. So that tells you that it's very few people that still know about this, but I think that will change gradually over time, just like with Bitcoin. Um, I watched Bitcoin go from virtually unknown to 10 cents, to 2,700 and almost 3,000 before it came back down to what it's currently at now. But, that's the way all trends work, so I think this is just another trend that's taking place before our eyes, and that's why I decided to buy some of these. And my favorite right now is Litecoin, because Litecoin does not seem to skyrocket like these have done. Ethereum went all the way up to 400 before it came back down. Litecoin just kind of is just very stable, but yet it's being worked on, it's being improved. Um, it's they've already learned from Bitcoin, and they're taking those lessons into Litecoin. Um, it stayed stable when all these things were going off the charts. Litecoin was still, just chugging along right around $4 at the time. So the fact that it's going up to 40 says good things. And it also did it gradually. It didn't just do it all at once. It's taken like a couple years for this to happen. And I like the stability of that, and I like the gradual movement of Litecoin. So that's the main reason why this is now my favorite one. So I've actually put most of my investment into this coin more than these other two for that reason. So I do hold, like less than one Bitcoin. I have some Ethereum, but I do have mostly Litecoin. So, again, I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying that's what I do. That's what I decided to do, because I believe that this will become a bigger player in the future. I don't know how, when. It could be, next month. It could be, a year from now. Again, I'm not concerned about the current price, like a lot of people are. I mean, I watch videos just like you do, and just to get a thermometer of what's going on out there with these currencies. And a lot of people trade them, and I don't care for trading. I don't trade these. I could care less about trading. But I do see a good trend when I see one, and I believe this is a good long-term trend for the future, and that's what I'm investing in. I'm investing in a long-term future trend. It doesn't matter what it is. It just so happens to be cryptocurrencies. So that's the one that I've kind of, hitching my wagon to. So that's what I've done. Anyway, Litecoin can be bought using Coinbase, which is the wallet that I use. I know while Coinbase is not available everywhere in the world, it's not even available everywhere in the United States. I'm in New Jersey, so Coinbase is good if you're in New Jersey. But I believe there's like 9 states where you cannot use Coinbase. But yeah, so the other 41 states, you should be able to use Coinbase just fine. I'll put a link to this if you care to sign up using my link. You can do so. Then you can purchase any of these 3 coins that they have available right now to put in your wallet. If you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, you'll get us both a free $10. So that would be appreciated if you want to do that. Other than that, I'll also put my address to each one of these coins. If you like this video and you want give a tip, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. But again, my favorite is Litecoin. That's the one that I believe it has the most upside potential going forward. I mean, way forward into the future. And I'm not talking about next week or next month, but next year, next 2 years, next 5 years. We don't know what's going to happen, but I think for as of right now, I really like Litecoin. And I think this is the way to go. At least for me, it is. So, sign up, get your Coinbase account or whatever you want to use, and buy, these coins. I believe you should get at least something, get one of each maybe if you can afford. Bitcoin, this is kind of high for a lot of people. So, good thing you can buy these in fractions. So do that, buy $100 worth if you want to, and just get one of these. And Ethereum, you used to be able to buy these, like when I first made this video, it was $10. So now you need $182. It's up 18 times since then. Yeah, and Litecoin was around $20, $25 when I first started buying it. So this is the more affordable one as well, if you're looking at it from that perspective. So that's a good reason to get on Litecoin, other than these at the current time as well. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Litecoin and why I like it and why I decided to move a good chunk of money over into Litecoin. And that's it. This is Mike J. Anthony, and I will see you on a future video. Hopefully talking about how Litecoin has, went up a great deal to catch up to look like a fourth of Bitcoin, like I believe it will at some point. Some people believe it might even surpass Bitcoin. I don't know about all that, but I do think it should be at least worth, 1/4 of the value of Bitcoin. So, sign up, get Coinbase, buy some coins, and participate on this future trend. See ya.